Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I went about cutting converting the Euro and Buba into a waistcoat and a pant trouser. And this is my pattern paper, right? I have the back and the front, and then just like the normal way we draft our basic body blocks. But then what I did here was that I made use of the same length for both front and back. And then at the back, center back there, I did a back tightening. And then at the back, center back, I did shape it down to the side. I came up by, I think it was 0.5 or 1 inch, then shape it at the back there, just to make it a little bit covered at the back. And then for the front as well, because of the button hole, the button that will be there, I added extra 1 inch. And then this is me when I was trying to alter the neckline to a kind of a V neck. And then this is the main part now. And aside from the length that I used, I used the same length for the front and the back. I added 4 inches to the front paper, and then gave it that shape from the side to where that leg is, and then up to where the button or the extra 1 inch I added for the button hole. And then also for the shoulder slant as well, I did made use of 1.5 for the front and 1 inch for the back. So those are the things that I know that I did differently from I would normally do for normal basic body blocks. In this particular pattern, there's nothing like a dart and there's nothing like a bust dart. Same measurement for both front and back, and then yes, and the V-neck for the front, and that is my pattern there. And then for the dart leg, I deliberately ruled a line so that for the front where I did the shaping of the V at the front, I want the one of the V, the shape for the waistcoat from the bottom side to where the dart leg is, and then from the dart leg to the side, just to get that V shape down there. And that is our pattern. And this is me while I was trying to transfer it on my fabric. I've already done the pants, that's the trouser over there. And this is the part of the ipele or gele that I did use to cut the front pattern of the waistcoat. So, and then yeah, I decided to make use of this particular color because that's the ipele, and which differs from the wrapper. So that is it, guys. So from there I went about to cut the front, and then using the bùbá itself, that's the blouse, the Yoruba bùbá now, for the back. So who told you cannot reuse or resew an ashoke? No, you can't. Ashoke originally made as Iro and Buba, now converted to a waistcoat and a pants, making it look so new, like you're just buying it, like it's just a new outfit entirely. And this is what I've thought to share with you guys, that you can always restyle your ashoke to anything at all. So this is me while I was trying to pin it down, guys. Yeah, it's just this video is just to give you a kind of a tip on what I did, how I went about cutting it. Yeah, let me know in the comment section if you would like to see the full video of how I drafted it. I know for most of us here, you must have known how to draft a basic body block, but then for this particular one, there's no dart and there's no bust dart. Both front and back length are the same, right? I have the shoulder to the chest line, shoulder to the waist, shoulder to the length of the waistcoat. The only thing I did that made the length of the back and the front different from each other is just for the 4 inches that I added to the front, just because of the shaping down there. So that is it, guys. It's so simple. And then I went ahead to open out the buba. Yeah, some people will call it blouse. This is Nigerian traditional buba into to cut the back pattern, because at this point the material seems, as I was even thinking it's not going to be enough. But fortunately for me, after opening out the seam, I was able to cut out the back pattern. Then I went ahead to also cut out the lining, which is a plain material. But if you want to do it, you want to do it to just make sure your center front, the lining, you want to make sure part of it should be like the ashoke, not the lining. You can as well use the lining, but it depends on how you are able to finish up the hem. Like you're able to do some hemming, then ironing. It requires a lot of ironing. You know what I mean by that? So that your lining will not be flipping, showing on the other side. So what I did was to make use of my hemming gum. After sewing it down, I put in the hemming gum inside before ironing it. So that made the lining to stay in place, or stay in put or in place, and then yeah, without showing from the right side of the fabric. And that is it, guys. So that's the outcome of the waistcoat. It came out looking so beautiful. Yes, I'm still going to come back and share with you the way it looks on our client. Just that our client is somebody that does not like showing or our pictures on all the social media or online. But then the fitting was just perfect. It was just perfect. So this is to let you know that you can always reuse, restyle your ashoke. If you have maybe in the first place, or initially you made an iro and buba, and you felt like it's not something you can wear regularly, you can always change it at any point to any style at all. And this is what I've done here, changing an Iran boba to a waistcoat, guys. So guys, do well to follow, do well to subscribe, do well to like, comment, and share me out, guys, and follow me for more tutorials. I have loads of ashoke that we're going to be converting to beautiful styles, corsets, and every other styles. Yes, this is to tell you that you can always reuse your ashoke fabrics. It's not always that easy wearing it as a ramp but all the time. So you can always change it to something that you can always wear, like you can be wearing every time, like maybe occasionally or every time. Yeah, this you can wear something like this to a naming, to a birthday party, to church, to outing. Yeah, so this is beautiful.